Hello, Internet. Um, right, a few days ago, the gutter prayer, visible yonder, got to 2,000 ratings on Goodreads. So, yay, thank you all very much. And as sort of like, celebration / note of the event, I thought I would do a quick reading of a teaser from the as yet unnamed, or at least as yet definite name unconfirmed, third book in the series. This is going to be the prologue of book 3, which actually takes place before book 2, but the timeline will all make sense in context. So here we go. The same dream again. That same day again. More than a year ago now. In the dream, Artolo of the Girdana swaggers down a street in the new city of Guerdon. Spring is in the air, and there's a spring in his step too. He looks across the unlikely vista of the new city, this realm of fanciful spires and bridges, like the froth of a breaking wave froze and turned to marble. He looks up at the towers, all conjured in an instant by the creation of the alchemists gone awry, or so rumour goes. Across the world, Guerdon's chiefly known for the wonders wrought by the Alchemists Guild. Weapons flow from their foundries and cauldrons, out across the sea to the gods' war, and streams of gold and silver come flowing back. In Artolo's eyes, this new city is a sieve, a baleen straining the city, skimming off gold and silver for him and his family. The city was born of chaos and crisis, and chaos brings opportunity for those with the nerve to seize it. That is why our great uncle chose Artolo, out of all the family, to oversee operations in Guerdon. He's got the strong hands needed. And in the few months he's been here, he's proved it. The local criminal syndicate, the Brotherhood, out of the pisspot district of the Wash, he broke them and he owns them. And he's dealt with anyone else who crossed him. Because when you cross Artolo, you cross the Girdana, and no one fucking crosses the Girdana. No one crosses the dragon. This is only the beginning. The new city doesn't belong to anyone, not really. Half those enchanted spires are empty, or claimed by squatters who have no one to protect them, who can easily be driven out. Guerdon still knitting itself back together after the crisis. The city watchers wax golem things, the tallow-men. They're banished off the streets. The alchemists rebuild their broken factories. The Brotherhood's gone. Parliament's staggered around stunned, run by some cobbled-together emergency committee. Even the local gods are moribund. They're all wide open, all ripe to be plucked. Artolo runs the big hand along the smooth marble railing of the balcony, delighting in the sensation. He taps the ring of Samar off the railing. I can almost feel the whole city tremble, feel it quiver beneath his touch, like it fears him. It's a horse to be broken, a woman to be taken. It feels good. It feels right. It feels like the first time Great Uncle took him flying. The new city around him might be a cloud in a shimmering sky, and he's soaring towards his glorious destiny. In the stream, he walks down a stairwell. Eshtana bow their heads as he passes, murmur words of respect. Soon the whole city will bow to him too. Boss Artolo, Great Uncle's favourite, Great Uncle's chosen. He enters the cellar room. Two of his men, his cousin Ira, and Volio, loyal men, even if Volio's only Eshtana, ash-marked. They're holding a prisoner between them. A woman, young, dark-haired, struggling like an alley cat, yowling like one too. Quiet, he says, and she shuts up. He grabs her by the chin, twists her head so he can see her face. Her skin is marked by a dusty little dark scars or burns. An ugly amulet of some black metal around her neck. I'm told you've been spying on me, that you stole from me, that you stabbed 3 of my men. 3 that you found, she whispers. Do you know who I am? He squeezes her mouth. Don't know, she mumbles. Wrong! He releases her, takes out his knife. The hilt is of gold and studded with jewels. But the blade is dragon's tooth, given to him by Great Uncle. It's more than a knife. It's a symbol of Great Uncle's trust, of his authority as a Girdana prince. Arturo lifts the knife. Enjoy the weight of it, the way it fits into his hand. It was made for him. Arturo slams into the woman's face, hilt first, breaking her lip. He holds it up and up so she can see it. See this? Know what it is? I'm a boss of the Girdana. I'm chosen of the dragon. He puts the knife to her throat, pressing the blade against her skin. A little more pressure, and the skin will open in a red spring. A little more work to soften the cartilage, and then with that parting, that hot rush as the windpipe gives way. Cross me, and you cross the Girdana. There aren't any witnesses, of course, not down here in the cellar. Just Ira and Volio. Still, Artolo likes to say his piece. He said it before, many times. It's for his own good as much as anything else. It reminds him to be tough. It reminds him not to fail. He looks the girl right in the eyes, and there's no fear there. She doesn't think he's going to do it. That makes him even angrier. Steal from me, he snarls, and you steal from the dragon. He draws the knife across her throat. There's a screeching, scraping sound, like he's drawing the blade across solid stone. Sparks fly where the knife grinds against the soft skin of the girl's throat. The knife, his knife, the dragon-tooth knife, can't injure her. Somehow, though, it injures the room around them. A dozen wounds open in the glimmering white walls, deep white gouges appearing in the stone, mimicking the path of the knife across her unblemished, still fucking uncut throat. It's a miracle. It's a fucking miracle. But great uncle told him there were no saints left in Garden. The stone floor convulses, flinging Ira and Volio away from the girl. They land in opposite corners of the cellar room, and the ceiling melts, long fingers of glistening stone cascading through like stalactites, intertwining and blooming flowers of solid rock, walling off the corners of the rest of the room. In an instant, Ira and Volio are locked away, immured behind solid stone. Arturo can hear their muffled screams for help. The girl stands up slowly, a wicked grin in her face, flushed with excitement, drunk on power. Behind her, the cellar door quivers, and the stone immediately above it melts too. The only way out of the room clenches shut. He can't call for help. The knife can't cut her. He slams the hilt of the blade into her nose. The walls of the room, no, the whole city, that takes the force of the blow, and she's untouched. He punches her in the face, and it's like punching a wall. His knuckles come away bleeding. It's a fucking game to her. He can't hurt her, can't kill her, doesn't have a gun or anything more destructive. He needs a gun. Why didn't he bring a fucking gun? He's killed saints before, across the sea, but not without weapons. Not without Great Uncle. Fuck. He can't fail Great Uncle. He can't fail the dragon. There's no air down here. He can't breathe. Can't stand. And in his panic, he can't tell if it's the floor or his knees that have turned to liquid. She looms over him, suddenly terrible and monstrous. He crawls backwards away from her, or tries to, but the ground is suddenly mirror smooth. She picks up his dragon's tooth knife, admires the jewelled hilt, flips it around expertly, examines the blade. You've blunted it, she says. Shit now. She throws his knife to the floor. But I've got my own, she says, laughing, and produces her own blade from some hidden fold of her cloak. Ira was supposed to check the bitch for weapons. Call me the Saint of Knives, says the girl, glancing at him. Then she stops, glances at the ceiling. What? It's a good name. She pauses, like she's listening to some voice Artolo can't hear. Fine. Then I get a magic knife then. Fucking flame sword. But first... She turns her attention back to Artolo. Her eyes glitter like the stone. This is my city. I know what you're doing here. I know what you're looking for. She can't know that, Artolo thinks. Great Uncle Him entrusted him with a mission so secret, it could only be given to one of the family. She can't know about the black iron weapons. Who the hell is this girl? I'll kill you, threatens Artolo. So many of the tattered remnants of his bravado. There has to be some way to hurt her. Poison gas, acid, sorcery, dragon fire. She's human, she must... I'll fucking kill your family. She laughs. It's a bit late for that. But if we're swapping threats... She closes her fist, and the wall holding Ira mirrors her movement. There's a muffled scream, and then red rivulets squirt from the cracks in the stone. I'll find a way! The woman ignores him. Girdana aren't welcome here. Go back and tell the dragon that. You won't get a second warning. She gestures, and the wall opens behind him, ripping and reflowing to form a new doorway. The graveyard stench of ghoul tunnels wafts from the second portal. She steps over him like he's nothing. He ignores him like he's nothing. No one treats him like that. He's Arturo of the Gerdana, chosen of the dragon. The knife's in his hand again. He finds his footing, leaps at her. The bitch is half his size, small and weak, and for all her miracles, she's just a girl. Take her by surprise, and the dream ends like it always does. She turns around like she sees him coming. Her knife goes in just under his ribcage. As momentum carries him on, she twists, and now the white walls are all red, red, and red. And he's falling, like he slipped from Great Eagle's back. The dragon flies on and does not look back. Right, there we go. That's the prologue. It's unedited. It's edited by me, but there's an editorial pass coming, which will clean up some of the repeated words there. But that's a taste of what's coming. And thank you all for reviews. And have the best pandemic possible. Take care.